past 4 years of making videos here on YouTube, I have had 5 moments where I almost quit. 4 times I smashed my keyboard in frustration, 3 times I had to fire an entire team, and twice I lost all of my life's earnings. But I am glad I stuck through it, because after making close to 1,000 videos, I have learned that you can actually make a YouTube channel that easily earns over $10,000 a month just by spending a couple of hours over the weekend. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. How to make a profitable YouTube channel without showing your face, without using any fancy equipment, without spending thousands of dollars, without giving up your day job, only by investing a few hours over the weekend. And when I say few hours, I mean few hours. About 2.5 to 3 hours on Saturday and another 2 hours on Sunday, making it a total of 5 hours or less for earning life-changing money. So go ahead, hit subscribe, and make sure you stay till the end, because I'm also going to show you how you can start making money on your channel from day one. Now, before we dive into the steps, I want you to answer a question first. And honestly, how quickly do you want to reach the $10,000 a month mark? In the next 3 months? 6 months, a year? And please don't say tomorrow. I want you to set a timeline, because for each duration, the strategy, the time investment, and the stress involved are going to be wildly different. For instance, if you want to get to $10,000 in the next 3 months, you simply cannot do that just by working over the weekend. If that's your goal, then this video is probably not for you. But if you are prepared to invest 6 months to a year worth of effort into this, working only over the weekends, like I said, you can easily scale your revenue up to $10,000 a month, build a solid business, and grow your YouTube channel without feeling overwhelmed or frustrated. So, for those of you who are still watching and are prepared for the long game, let's get into the actual strategy. And yes, I'm going to break down the time involved in each step. On the first day, that is Saturday, is when we do the bulk of the work that basically helps us create a foundation for a successful YouTube video. Once you get the hang of this and once you do it a couple of times, you should be able to do everything that we're discussing for Saturday in under 3 hours. So step 1 is going to be to nail your ideas. This is your ideation phase, and you need to spend a good chunk of time on this initially, because your idea determines if people are watching your video or not. Again, once you get the hang of how to do this, you can actually batch this task and find ideas for the entire month in one sitting instead of spending time on it every Saturday. Now, a lot of us think that the way to succeed on YouTube is to make videos on unique topics that nobody else has covered. I used to do this too on my own channel, on this channel, and the results were not really great. Why? Because firstly, there is nothing unique under the sun. And secondly, if no one is making a video on a topic, there is a reason for that. Most likely, not enough people are interested in that topic to get you substantial traction on that video. So what do you do instead? The smarter approach is to find out what is already working on YouTube in your niche and put your own unique spin on it. Basically, you need to find outlier videos in your niche, the ones that have performed way better than the average for the channel they are posted on. For example, on this very channel, most videos get around 25 to 40,000 views, but this one completely shattered those numbers. It performed infinitely better than our usual average. That's what we call an outlier. This kind of video is gold because it tells us one thing loud and clear. Our audience found this topic extremely valuable, and not just our audience, but everybody else on YouTube. And as a YouTube creator, your job is simple: to give your audience more of what they already love. So when we saw that our Faceless Niches video was resonating like crazy, we didn't just move on. We took that topic and we tackled it from a different angle. And guess what? That worked too. That follow-up video is now at about 268,000 views, blowing past our channel's average once again. This proves one thing, that when you focus on what your audience truly needs, growth stops feeling like a struggle. YouTube starts working for you instead of you constantly chasing the algorithm. Now let me show you how exactly you can find these outlier ideas for your own channel without spending hours every single week on this. First of all, I want you to go ahead and create a separate YouTube channel that you're going to use only for research purposes, and find every successful channel in your niche and subscribe to it. These become your competitors. So let's say that you're in the self-help space, your list of competitor channels will look something like this. Now, by doing this, by subscribing to these channels from a new channel, every time you come onto this new channel, you will simply have a pool of ideas waiting for you on your homepage without even actually having to go and search for it. Now, for the first few weeks of doing this, you're going to spend time on each of these channels to see which videos have been outliers for them in the last 6 months. And if you have the vidIQ plugin plugin installed on your browser, it will also give you an outlier score right next to the video without you having to manually go check it. Now you need to note down these topics, the ones that are outliers. For example, as you can see here in the self-help niche, how to learn faster than everyone is a massive outlier. It has gotten million views over and over again. And this can easily become your topic as well. Now, this is your signal that this is a topic that people want to watch. When you find outliers like this, it is a signal that people want to watch this topic right now, and it makes sense for you to cover it on your channel. If you're just starting out, this is a huge opportunity. You can create your own version of a successful video on the same topic, and chances are that it will do well. But if you really want to take things to the next level, don't just stop here. Instead, tap into trends that are just starting to take off but haven't been fully capitalized on. Look at Google trend spikes, Reddit discussions, and emerging TikTok and Instagram trends. These are gold mines because they show you what people are getting curious about before the market gets saturated. For example, a few months ago, we noticed that TikTok Shop affiliate was a term and a search term that was starting to pick up traction as a topic across all of these domains. And even for a lot of our competitors, they were getting solid views on this topic. That actually became our signal. There was a gap in the market, and if we filled it early on, we could ride that wave just like our competitors did, because not all of them had covered it yet. So we jumped on it, we tackled the same topic with our own unique spin, and guess what? It took off on our channel too. In fact, most other channels in this niche that created a video on this topic around that time also got high views, more engagement. And this proves again that spotting and acting on underexploited trends is one of the fastest ways to grow on YouTube. The goal here is not to reinvent the wheel. You're not doing unique stuff or stuff that's just unique to you. You're taking proven ideas and you're making them even more click-worthy. You are making them unique to you, and that is how your channel starts to grow. So use this method to find at least 4 proven video ideas per month. And since this only takes about 30 minutes to an hour per month, you will always have a backlog of high potential topics ready to go. All right, now that you know how to find winning video ideas, which is the most important step, let's move on to step number 2, which is mastering your packaging, aka your titles and your thumbnails. And this should take you about 1 hour or so. This is where we make sure that you set your video up for success by making it click-worthy and unforgettable. Most people make the mistake of creating their packaging at the end when their video is ready, and I used to do that too. But it's this last-minute thinking that stops your video from ever reaching its true potential. Your title and your thumbnail are the first things that people see, and if they don't create an instant "I need to click this" reaction, it doesn't matter how good your video is, nobody is going to watch it because nobody is clicking on it. And I can tell you from experience, every time I have logged in a strong title and thumbnail before making a video, that video has performed way better than average. So how do you do this for yourself? Firstly, identify one core problem that your video solves. For instance, let's say that you're solving the problem of reducing time spent on creating TikToks by using AI so that people can make more money. This is your functional benefit. Second, think about the emotional benefit of your video. So on a piece of paper, write in as many words as possible, what emotional state is my audience in before watching this video? And what emotion should they feel when they see my title and my thumbnail? So taking the AI TikTok video example, your audience is probably frustrated by spending too much time on TikTok without getting any results. They also want to get back the money they've spent, and they want a way to do it quickly. So if your packaging can make them believe that these questions will be answered within the video, they will want to click on it. Let me show you an example from our own channel. We made a video about 9 easy faceless niches that can make you rich. These niches that can make you rich is the functional benefit. So we put that directly in the title. Now, what emotions are we targeting in this video, right? Most new YouTubers want to start faceless channels, but most niches require skills, time, and effort. That stops them from taking action. So in our thumbnail, we countered that hesitation that comes before starting a faceless channel, right? We added no skills needed in the text. We also included a photo of me resting on a pillow to suggest that these niches don't require a ton of effort. And this packaging did wonders. The video hit 184,000 views in just 3 weeks. Our regular audience watched it more than usual, and it brought in over 3,400 new subscribers. That is the power of great packaging. So before you even touch your script, spend at least an hour crafting your title and your thumbnail. You will probably need to take pictures for it. You might need to come up with ideas, but that is time well invested. Because if you get it right, your video has a real shot at blowing up. And with that, let's move on to step number 3 on Saturday, which is writing informative and compelling script. This again should take you about an hour to do. Now this is where the magic lies. This is the step that ties all of your efforts together and puts it in a neat little package to deliver the promised information to the viewer. The purpose of your script, especially if you want to make substantial revenue from your videos, is to keep your viewers watching for as long as possible. And honestly, this does require some trial and error to arrive at a winning formula for your particular channel, because for each channel it's slightly different. But after spending years crafting scripts, I figured out a few parameters that every script needs to have to be successful or to keep people engaged for longer. The first thing you need to nail is your intro. 99% of viewers decide within the first 30 to 60 seconds whether they'll keep watching or if they'll click away. That means your intro literally determines everything. So within the intro, make sure you reassure the viewers that your video is not clickbait by repeating key phrases from your title and your thumbnail. You also need to communicate what they can expect to see in the video. Set clear expectations, and you need to establish your credibility by communicating why they should trust you. Now let's see this framework in action. The title says, I spent 10,000 hours studying faceless channel. You need to know this. And the thumbnail reads, do this in 2025. Instantly, this tells viewers that this video will reveal insights from 10,000 hours of research, and it's a must watch for 2025. When they click on the video, this is what they see. If you can get these 9 things right, nothing can stop your channel from making money in 2025. In this video, I am going to condense over 10,000 hours of research that I have done on faceless videos. Now, within the first 12 seconds of the video, we reassure the viewers the promise of 10,000 hours of research and a roadmap for 2025 will be delivered. This instantly tells them that the video is not clickbait and makes it clear what exactly they can expect in the video, which is a proven 9-step blueprint to build a successful faceless channel in 2025. And my 4 years of experience on YouTube running 2 successful channels into a clear step-by-step roadmap that I would follow if I was starting on YouTube today. Then I also established my credibility by sharing that I have 4 years of experience running 2 successful channels. This helps viewers understand that I'm not just guessing, I'm sharing a proven strategy that actually works. To reinforce this, I also mentioned that I've personally used this exact 9-step roadmap to generate millions of views on this channel. This way, viewers know that they're learning something that has already been tested and delivers results. That's how you craft an intro that keeps people watching. Now, once the intro is done, another thing that works wonders for scripts is something called tension-based storytelling. This helps keep people hooked for longer. Now, in this method, you don't just dump information on your viewer. You build their curiosity and their suspense, because 9 times out of 10, people stay for the story, not just for the knowledge. How do you do this? You start every section with a curiosity statement or a hook. Example, why are billionaires secretly scared of AI? Then you build up that tension. So for example, you'll see something like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are investing billions into a project you've never heard of. And then you deliver a surprising twist. Example, it's called X and it could change the way we work forever. Even in niches like finance, tech, self-improvement, a documentary style storytelling, one that builds and releases tension throughout, has been shown to keep people hooked. Now, how I personally do this is writing down the key points, things that I want to say in the video, and then I run it through an AI tool like ChatGPT and ask it to give me a tension-based storytelling structure to make the script more engaging and ensuring that people stick around till the end. Now, once your script is done, your work for Saturday is done. You can now chill, relax, and just mentally prep for 2 more hours of work on Sunday. See, I told you this is not going to take a lot of time. Now, since we did the chunk of work on Saturday, Sunday is just about materializing that work into the actual video and then scheduling it to get published. Which is why step 5 is creating that video completely using AI, and this should take you about 1.5 hours. Now, making YouTube videos traditionally, which is through writing scripts, recording voiceovers, finding visuals, editing everything together, that's a long process. On average, it takes me about 15 hours to create one video like that. But we don't want to spend that much time, which is why we're going to use an AI tool like InVideo to save on time but still create banger videos. And since you already have the script from day one, all you need to do is sign up or sign into your InVideo account and then use the script to video feature on the platform to turn that script into a full-fledged video. You basically choose that format, paste your script in the prompt box, choose the detail of the kind of music and media you want, and AI turns it into a complete video with a voiceover, voiceover, media, music, and even subtitles. There are a couple of pointers that I want you to keep in mind though to make sure that your AI generated videos turn out to be absolutely amazing. First, use your own voice in the voiceovers. This is crucial to build a personal connect with your audience, especially in faceless videos. The good thing is that InVideo allows you to record a sample of your voice and creates a clone on the basis of that. You can then use this voice clone for creating your voiceovers in every single video moving forward. Doing this ensures that you don't have to spend hours recording your voiceover for every video you make, and also that you don't have to rely on automated AI voices to make your videos. Second thing you want to do is avoid stock footage wherever you can and use AI generated visuals instead. This has already become pretty mainstream. Stock footage is often boring and lacks nuance, while AI generated footage can actually be customized to what you are saying. Again, within video, you get the option to use generative media, and I highly recommend that you do that. This not only gives your video a very unique touch, but when paired with your voiceover, it also sets the tone for your channel. That's it. You just put in the prompt, you get your video, and once your video is done, the next step is obvious: uploading it to YouTube. If you followed all the steps correctly till this point, this part will be pretty effortless because your title and your thumbnail are ready, are in place. For your YouTube description, you can just use ChatGPT. Use this prompt that you see on screen. It's also going to be in the description to generate an engaging keyword-rich description, and then just put everything in place and upload your video. With this method, if you're using videos creating AI, you can also batch create your videos, which means that you can spend an extra hour on one weekend in the month and create all the 4 videos for the month and then schedule them on YouTube in advance. This way, you've not only created an entire videos using AI, but you've also optimized it for maximum reach and engagement. Aim to upload at least 1 video every single week to grow your channel fast. If you can do more uploads, that's even better. And if you do this repeatedly for the next 3 months, you should already start seeing substantial growth on your channel and get monetized. But we don't just want to stop there, do we? We want to expedite our growth and get to the $10,000 a month mark. Here is how you do that. You optimize based on data, aka you fix what is not working and you double down on what is working. Again, this is an exercise that you need to spend about 30 to 40 minutes on once a month. Now, when it comes to YouTube, never, and I mean never, let your emotions decide your content strategy, because emotions don't really follow logic and they don't determine what people want to watch. Instead, let the numbers guide you. Once you've uploaded around 20 videos, dive into your YouTube analytics. There are a ton of metrics in there that essentially help you figure out what's working, what's not. Here are the ones that are most important. Impressions. These are a number of times YouTube is putting your video in front of viewers. The higher your number of impressions, the faster your channel is likely to grow. Now, there is not a lot that you can do to increase the number of your impressions besides focusing on the ideas you choose. So the more massy your ideas are, the bigger TAM they have, the more impressions you're likely to get. The second is click-through rate. This tells you how many people out of the ones who were shown your video actually clicked on it. It is a direct determinant of how good your title and your thumbnail are. If people are not clicking on your video, if your click-through rate is low, that's a signal that you need to tweak your title and your thumbnail. So once you've started publishing, once you've published a couple of videos, find videos with a high CTR and ask yourself what made these stand out. Then use those winning elements in future thumbnails and titles. And the third is average view duration, or AVD. This tells you how long people are actually watching your videos for. The longer they watch for, the more ad revenue you stand to make, because the more ads YouTube can show them. YouTube gives you a graph that highlights drop-off points in your video where people start leaving, and this is gold because it tells you that something there is not working. Maybe you stayed too long on one point, or maybe you used a term that confused people, or you had a section that just wasn't engaging enough. Whatever it is, find the weak spots and fix them so your next videos are even stronger. So ideally, you want to aim for a CTR of at least 5%, higher if possible. Around 10% is gold, and a retention rate of between 25 to 40%, meaning the viewers watch 40% or more of your video. 40% is, of course, again, great. 50% if you can get, that's absolutely amazing. One pro tip that I'm going to give you is to use the CTR and your AVD metrics to find winning topics. Look at your videos in the past. Which ones have highest CTR and AVD combined? Those are the topics that your audience loves the most. And if people love something, your job is to give them more of it. So take those high-performing topics, create tangents off of it, make sequels, tackle similar problems, or cover the same topic from a different perspective. And that's how you double down on success instead of guessing what to make next. Now again, this is a once a month process that hardly takes you about 30 minutes, but it will significantly impact your growth in the long term. And now, as promised, let's talk about how you can start making money from day one, even before hitting YouTube's monetization requirements. Because as you start making videos and getting in those subscribers and watch hours, you also need revenue to sustain that process, right? Because it's not cheap, it's time consuming, it might also take money, and you don't want to spend out of your own pocket. Which is why on this channel, we often talk about making your channel profitable from day one. Now, the only two ways to do that are through affiliate marketing or through selling digital products. Let's talk about affiliate marketing first. This is where you share links to products and services you use in your videos and make a commission every time somebody purchases using your link. The key is to recommend products that actually help your audience. And to make big commissions, I recommend using high ticket products from platforms like ClickBank, Digistore24, because if you're going to promote something, why not make over $100 per sale instead of just a few dollars? We also made an in-depth video where we break this down step by step. So if you want to see how to do that in the right way, make sure you go check that out. As for selling digital products, this is where you make money through direct sales. You could create an ebook or an online course and basically package your existing knowledge into a proven roadmap that helps your audience reach their goals faster and with zero guesswork. Think about it. People are watching your videos because they need help with something. If you give them all the answers in one place, they will be happy to pay you for it. And the best part is that unlike affiliate marketing, you get to keep 100% of your profits. Again, we've made a detailed guide on how to do this properly. So if you're serious about this, go watch that video. Now, both of these methods work incredibly well, especially if you're creating valuable content. And these can help you not only sustain your initial growth phase, but also contribute towards that $10,000 a month goal as your viewer base increases. And that's it. With that, you are done. I would recommend that you go ahead and watch this video twice and take notes, because this is legitimately information that you will not find anywhere else. And I would also recommend that you try to hit monetization as quickly as possible, because that will skyrocket your success. And no, it's not about investing more time. It's about having the right strategy, something that we have covered in depth in this video. If you follow this step by step, you will have a monetized channel within 90 days. So make sure you go watch this next and let us know in the comments how much time are you giving to your YouTube or Faceless channel right now.